don't mind getting punished with a little bit of poop on your player board? If you're a parent, you know the endless battle of cleaning up. Like, how many goldfish crackers can one person really vacuum out of a minivan each week? Well, buckle up for that kind of janitorial joyride, because today we're diving into Skara Brae. This is a resource management game with a twist. Waste always seems to pile up no matter what you do. Think ancient civilization building, but with the chaos of parenting toddlers. This is a card drafting and worker placement game with a pretty tight resource management aspect. Skara Brae is designed by Shem Phillips and published by Garphill Games with beautiful artwork done by Shem Phillips. It's for 1 to 4 players and it takes around an hour or so to play. Before we dig in, I would be so grateful if you could hit that subscribe button and drop a like and a comment on this video. Thank you. Now, come join me at the table for a look at Skara Brae, and then we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. In Skara Brae, you take on the role of an ancient farmer who is striving to feed, shelter, and provide for a growing number of settlers in your community. Over the course of 4 rounds, you will be drafting cards, assigning workers to your buildings, and managing resources in order to build the most successful civilization at the table. Each player board has a storage area for your resources, but here's the catch: space is limited, and every time it fills up, your slider moves to the right, which is not good. The bottom number shown by the slider is how many negative points its position is worth, and the green number at the top is how much midden you will gain at the end of each round. Now, midden is one of those fancy words that none of us would ever know unless we played a board game about it. Dictionary.com says midden is a dunghill or refuse heap. Yeah, so you're basically amassing a mountain of poop. Remember what I said about raising children? Relatable. On your turn, you pick a village card from the current set. Maybe a settler, a roof, a stone ball, or a utensil, and resolve its effects. Settlers provide harvests that become stronger as you gain more of them. Roofs protect the settlers that you have recruited. Utensils reduce the midden you produce, and stone balls provide you with knives that can improve your harvests. Next, you place your workers on your action tiles, which each have their own powers. You will get to do things like cook to utilize your hearth and convert plants and animals into food, bones, wool, and hides. Or clean in order to clear up some of that nasty midden and even move your storage slider to the left. Or craft, which allows you to flip an action tile over to its upgraded side. Or many other options that all fuel the growth of your homeland. At the end of a round, you trigger all of your rest abilities, feed each of your settlers or lose them, and gain midden based on the position of your slider. After 4 rounds, the game ends and players receive points from their furnish and trade tracks, as well as points from upgraded action tiles, roof, utensil, and stone ball cards, and lastly, leftover food and knives. Finally, everyone loses any points based on the position of their slider, as well as 1 point per remaining midden. You know what they say, mo midden, mo problems. The player with the most points wins and is probably the most suited person at the table to be raising toddlers. The rest of the players can spend the rest of their days lamenting the dunghill that they have been consigned to. So, is Skara Brae a hot mess or a nice tidy Euro that's worthy of some of your sacred storage space? Let's roll out some pros and cons. Pros. First, the progress and development. I love when games start out so small and then you can really cascade and feel like you're taking over the world by the end. In this game, you gain 1 worker per round and are also building your engine of settlers and upgraded actions, so by the end you feel like a total farming overlord. Second, the limited storage and waste pile mechanic isn't entirely new, but it feels fresh and creates a really neat puzzle. To me, this crunch is what this entire game centers around. Third, it's super streamlined, but still epic. The action selection is so straightforward, and you can even do some simultaneous play to keep things moving along, but you also get to trigger some rad combos that feel great. Cons. It can feel tight, almost Povertyville, and some players might find that a little, well, depressing. Now, that's not all bad, as that's what drives the puzzle, but you should be aware of this. It's kind of that I'm too poor to feed my family feeling that Agricola has hit many of us hard with in the past. Here's a real honest take for myself that might sound bad at first, but hear me out. This one probably ranks a bit lower for me among Garphill's games. But that's kind of like saying one Skittle flavor is less yummy than others. Obviously the yellow ones, when they're all delicious. Garphill's baseline is stellar, and Skara Brae still absolutely earns its spot on my shelf. But that's me. I would suggest that you might enjoy this game if you were into these games. First of all, lots of the Garphill games line, but particularly Wayfarers of the South Tigris. Also Agricola, Heaven and Ale, and Woodcraft. If you like games that mix resource management with clever puzzles and don't mind getting punished with a little bit of poop on your player board, give this one a shot. I'm Ryan, and I'm so thankful that you joined me for this video. As a brand new channel, your support really means the world to me. If you'd consider hitting subscribe, giving this video a like, and maybe even sharing it with a friend, it would be very appreciated. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments, either your thoughts on this game, or perhaps you want to chime in on which Skittle flavor you think is the worst. Again, it's clearly yellow. You'll be sure to hear back from me if you leave a comment. Well, as much as I'd love to sit around and talk about board games all day, it's time for me to grab my broom and see what chaos my daughters have caused while I film this. Wish me luck.